Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Bim. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the NYXI, or I guess the NYXI, we'll call it NYXI wireless controller for the Nintendo Switch. Now, full disclosure, they sent this unit to me for testing and they did sign me up for their affiliate program. So if you are interested in buying this and want to support the channel, there will be a link below where you can get your own. So the packaging is pretty simple. So you've got the picture there, wireless controller for Nintendo Switch here. Let's open up the packaging. Ta-da! So this is the bridge. It's got pretty nice texture to it, actually. Then you've got the logo right there in the center, and you've got these lights which indicate whether joypad is paired or not. And you'll see if their corresponding lights are on, then you know that it's paired as one controller. You've got the cable, of course, manual. The manual translation again for a similar controller that I experienced very recently. Very confusing. So I will walk you through the functions of the controller in a little bit. And here are your joypads. So they do work wirelessly, so you can connect them to your Switch, by pressing, I think by just turning them on, and they will look for, and I've connected to the Switch. So you see that they're lit up both on the player 1 position, I guess. So they are connected as one controller, and then you just take the bridge, and you slap them on, pa-boom. All right, so the physical tour of the controller itself. So again, you've got the bridge, you've got the logo up here in front, then you've got NYXI or NYXI, I really don't know how to pronounce it. The logo on either side, your minus, plus, and you've got your buttons again. Much like most budget controllers, the buttons are a little tall for me, they're a little high. Actuation is actually still pretty good despite the height though. You've got the LEDs here, and then you've got your analog sticks here. Home, screenshot, D-pad. These are your release buttons right there. M and T buttons. This is for setting the turbo, this is for setting the color. This is the color of the LEDs, I mean, and this is for setting the strength of your vibration. These are your back paddles, and these are just stickers. These are quality control stickers. And that's pretty much it for the physical tour of the product. All right, let's talk build quality. So the plastic here is made of pretty good plastic, and they do feel kind of hefty. They're not heavy per se, but they do feel a little stocky. Like, I would imagine that something like this would be very hollow, but they aren't. There is a little jiggle in there, but they don't feel hollow at all. They have a little bit of weight to them, and that feels pretty good. And then here in the back, you see that there's a bit of texture. So the back is textured. Does it actually help with the grippiness? I wouldn't say so. Like, I feel like if this was a different plastic, maybe if it were a more rubbery type of plastic, it would help with grip a little bit more. But I know that would also drive the price point up. So, they did the best with what they had, which is this type of plastic. So they made it textured. I'm not entirely sure if it actually does help with the grippiness though. And then you've got your sticks up here in front, and they are pretty good. They are pretty accurate. So I played a bit of Fortnite with them, and it felt good. The gyro aiming does help quite a bit. There isn't any weird acceleration with the sticks, so that feels pretty good. The buttons, the face buttons here, one of my chief complaints for most budget controllers is the height of the buttons themselves, and they are pretty tall here, but the actuation isn't actually that high, so I'm pretty happy with that. And then you've got your sync buttons in here, and the analog, not analog, sorry, the bumpers. They're actually all bumpers. There aren't any analog triggers on this thing, which is par for the course for the Nintendo Switch, right? So if you're gonna play something like Mario Kart, it's no acceleration, full acceleration right away, right? So there's no analog travel there. The D-pad is pretty good. Like, a lot of a lot of times I get asked how the accuracy of the D-pad is, especially for fighting games. Now, I didn't have a lot of fighting games for the Switch, so I really couldn't test it out. I do have Smash, but Smash is, well, it depends on your definition of a fighting game, but with Smash, the control is mostly done with the stick versus the D-pad, so I really couldn't say. However, I did play quite a few platformers, and with platforms, I would say it was accurate enough that, you know, you wouldn't miss the accuracy of the Joy-Cons. Real quick, an observation I had. So this isn't really a complaint or an issue. It's just a thing, right? And it's probably not going to be the same for your unit. But for this particular unit, this side slides into the bridge and the Switch, you know, pretty easily. And this one does not. I have a little bit more trouble sliding it in. It's the same thing with the actual Switch. So it's a little tight, but it doesn't seem to affect the operation in any way. All right, let's talk pairing, and the pairing is super easy. So on the Switch, you go to controllers, you go to change grip order, and on the bottom, or side, I guess you would call them, there are these two sync buttons, and you just press them until you see that they're looking for a signal like that, and your Switch should automatically find them. And once it does, you just press L and R. Then there you go, you are connected. Simple as that. Now let's talk about the functions. Well, like I said, the instructions included with the package aren't the easiest to understand, so I will go over the functions with you right now. If you want to change the color of your ring, your LED ring, you press T right there. You press T and you hold it down, and then while it's being held down in the back, you press down on the stick. And then if you want to change the intensity of the rumble, so again, you hold down T, and then while it's held down, you flick up to increase the intensity of the rumble, and you flick down the stick to decrease. And at the maximum rumble, which is what I have it set for right now, it gets loud. It gets really loud. And then if you want to do turbo, so you hold down T again in the back, like so, and you press the button that you want to turn into a turbo. So if you want to set any of the face buttons on this side, you can only assign it to the back paddle or the back button on the same side. So the same goes for this one. If you want to set any of these, you can only assign it to this back paddle, which I admit is not as useful. It would be way more useful if you could set whichever back paddle to whichever button, right? It makes it a lot more versatile, but it is what it is. Now, setting it is pretty simple. It took me a while to figure it out by reading the instructions, but all you have to do is, so you press and hold down M, and you're gonna see this button blink. Now, before it stops blinking, you have to press one of these buttons, right? So press, and then once blinking, you press B or whatever. I set it to B, so now if I press the back paddle, it shoots B. Other features include gyro aiming, so it's good for first-person shooters, and this isn't as common as you would think for third-party controllers. It can actually, weirdly enough, wake the Switch up from sleep. And not a lot of controllers can do that. Not a lot of third-party controllers, at least, can do that. It can wake up the Switch from sleep, which is, you know, that's something. It's better than a bunch of other third parties out there, which is pretty cool. So there you have it. This is the NYXI, or I don't know, NYXI joypads, wireless controllers for the Nintendo Switch. If you want your own pair, you can check out nyxigaming.com, or if you want to support the channel, there is a link below in the description, and if you buy through that link, I get a little commission for your purchase. Thank you guys very, very much for watching this video. I hope you found it informative, if not entertaining, and I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys very much. I'll catch you in the next one.